guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over 2 different emails sent from 2 different subscribers dealing with the subject of the kind of crap that women can pull if they feel, in their view of course, that their needs aren't being met or if there's something they really want. And of course, they do not care who they hurt, who they use, or the kind of damage they cause to the guys, families, that type of thing. And the first story is with a guy dealing with the subject of gold diggers, single MOMs using guys, and that type of thing to get what they want and be taken care of, and how our guy handles things just right. And the second story is dealing with a gal who felt like her needs weren't being met. She's disgusted with her husband, so she's cheating on him and using a guy to, well, you get the point. So these are both good ones. They're short, but they're remedial. This is good lessons here for you guys out there, particularly relationship guys, and how things go. So it starts off, says here, the first one, dealing with the single MOM. He says, "Hi SSM. Here is a short story of something that recently happened to me. Do with it what you want, I just wanted to get off my mind." Well, bro, I'm glad you sent it in because we can learn from this. He says, "A little background on me. I'm 44 years old, and I've been married for 12 years. I was R-pilled after about 3 years of marriage, and I always keep this in mind." Good, bro. So you're the guy that, okay, you're married in your relationship, but you have this knowledge and it can help you. Well, you're going to need that, and probably that's why your marriage has lasted as long as it has. About a month ago, I was contacted by an old female friend. Define friend. I had no contact with her for 10 years after she broke off contact. I met her 4 years before I would meet my wife. During our conversation, I mentioned that I was married. She didn't care. I told her that I had 2 kids. She didn't care. Right there. Remember, they always come back. They always come back if they want something, if things aren't going well in their lives. And you're going to have to find out. But here, doesn't care he's married. Doesn't care that he has kids. After we had a quick catch-up, she is now twice divorced at the age of 40 with 2 kids. Twice divorced. She asked, "What do you do for work?" I figured she's going to try and slide back into my life. So I told her that I work for a nonprofit and I don't make a whole lot of money. Good answer. It's true that I do work for a nonprofit, but I downplay just how much money I make. After that, she stopped speaking with me. Shocker. I tried reaching out to her a few more times in the past month and she never responded. Tells you everything you need to know. Single MOM, reaching out to you. Divorced twice. Gee, I wonder why. You'd think that she was getting maybe alimony or something from the 2 marriages and the child support and all that, but now she's looking for the next sucker. Didn't care that you're married, didn't care you had kids, but I don't make a lot of money. Boom, she's gone. Good answer. What would have happened if you said that you're an attorney, or you have some job that you're making $250,000 a year? I guarantee you she'd be bombarding you with texts and messages and all that showing up at your door. Kid you not. Until I sent her a message stating that I thought you were an old friend wanting to reconnect. But I found it interesting that you stopped talking to me after I told you that I didn't make a lot of money, and that in reality, I do make good money, and that your behavior is that of a gold digger. Ooh. Now what do you think, guys? She hasn't responded in a month. Is she going to respond to that? I had lots of experiences with gold diggers, and I said goodbye. Within seconds of sending that, I get a waterfall of nasty texts from her. Funny she's suddenly available now. And by the way, notice he said that he had reached out to her a few times. I think he was doing it just kind of testing to see, if she really is ignoring him after admitting he didn't make a lot of money. I didn't read her texts, I just deleted them. But I caught a view of the nastiness while I deleted them. She was saying stuff to me like, people are busy, right? I thought so you don't have 30 seconds to say sorry. I'm busy at work or home. We'll talk later. I say this to friends all the time, and I blocked her. Good. Selective reading of text by women is amazing. I could have just ghosted her, but I wanted to give her a little peace of my mind. Hey, you have every right to. She didn't want to be a friend, and I will not ruin my marriage to be part of her backup plan. She ignored me until I told her the truth about my income, and when I called her out, she got really nasty. I don't need that in my life. Well, there you go. Nobody needs that in their life. So anyhow, this is proving exactly that. So guys, I said it a bazillion times, watch out for the single MOMs. Doesn't mean that all are going to behave like this. No, not all. But there are plenty out there that don't care at all about you. They just want an ATM. They want someone to provide for her kids, all that type of thing, and they feel entitled to it. And he didn't mention what she looks like, but probably in her mind, she's as hot as she was when she was 22 years old, right? And I just love the fact that he instinctively knew, after obviously watching this content, tell you don't make a lot of money. This is why I say, guys, on the first date, meet for a coffee, meet for a beer. Don't throw money at her, because there are women that will use guys for that. And it's not a good idea to let her know ever, frankly, the kind of money you have, especially if you actually do have money, because you never know who really is there for you or just what they can get out of you, that type of thing. Maybe in time you can let her know what you really do for a living if you make a darn good living, that type of thing. So there you go, guy. Gold digger, single MOMs. Next story. This guy says, hello SSM. I've been a subscriber of yours since 2021, and brother, I wish I had your channel when I was a dumb, reckless 20-year-old myself. Bro, I wish I had my channel when I was a dumb 20-year-old. I want to tell this story in hopes that it can be a learning lesson to all the dumb 20-year-olds out there thinking about doing the dumb shit my cousin and roommate did recently. My 27-year-old cousin Wayne, fake name of course, has known Bree, another fake name, for about a year and a half. And according to him, it has always been platonic and respectful until one day, Bree started complaining about her husband was being a complete man-child. She married him. She obviously knew what he was like before they got married, and yet she still got involved with him. Women love to complain. Wayne said that he had noticed how she went from speaking highly of him to talking down on him. They've been married for 2 years, and it seemed like everything was fine between the two of them. Well, it probably was fine between the two of them, until he, in her view, screwed up royally. Now she wants to bitch and complain. Most of her complaints were about him being unemployed for a number of months, or not maintaining a job longer than 6 months, being very immature, playing video games all day, and being absolutely terrible in bed. She's actually telling your cousin bedroom stuff. What does it say about her? Now, if he lost his job and he was having a hard time finding a new one, that's not cool if he's making an effort. But if he lost his job and he's sitting on his ass all day feeling sorry for himself, getting fat, eating takeout food, playing video games, then she has a legitimate reason to complain. But here's the thing. She shouldn't be complaining to a coworker, and she should frankly be trying to work things out with him and encourage him to get off his ass. But doing this, not cool. She saved videos of him on her phone as proof of his childlike behavior and sent them to Wayne. I've seen the videos myself, and my lord, they are cringeworthy. But that still doesn't excuse for what Wayne did. Before all this, Wayne did admit to having a bit of a crush on Bree and said there was sexual tension between the two of them. Well, was there sexual tension after she started getting pissed off at her husband or before? Probably before. But because she was married, he didn't pursue her. Well, good for Wayne up until this point. Wayne is the kind of guy who doesn't believe in marriage, but still respects it for those who choose to take that step. He always said he'd never pursue or sleep with a married woman. A lot of guys say that until a pretty gal is seducing them. So the question is, why in the hell would Wayne go against what he said? Well, according to Wayne, he and Bree were having a normal conversation that later got a little spicy. Apparently, Wayne made a joke that got Bree a little hot and bothered, which led her to start wanting him sexually. I think Wayne is starting to get a little carried away in his storytelling about what happened here. Wayne noticed this and was excited as any guy would be. But he was conflicted because part of him wanted her in that way too. But at the same time, he didn't want to be the cause of someone else's marriage ending. Well, their marriage was already ending. Already she's pissed off and miserable and complaining. And I'm sure there was truth to what she was saying, but still, she wasn't happy. She shouldn't be telling her coworker. And she should realize, you know what, this is going to work, and take action. Wayne turned down her advances at first, but there was something that Bree said to Wayne that made him reconsider. Well, I'm sure there was some things she said because, all she has to whisper, she'll do this to him or he can do this to her. And all of a sudden, the guy's principles go right out the door. See? She doesn't care that she's married. She'll stay with this guy who she's portraying as a loser rather than, She told him that she recently discovered that she didn't love her husband anymore and she's planning on divorcing him soon. So he shouldn't worry about breaking up the marriage because it's not his relationship and not his responsibility. And he didn't make any promises to anyone. this is when your friend should say, or your cousin should say, okay, fine. You get divorced, end the marriage, and then we can hook up. Nothing more. Now, frankly, I wouldn't have anything to do with her because she sounds like she's an asshole. But still, okay, fine. You get divorced, then we'll play. Not before. She says she thought about it for a while and came to the conclusion that she wanted out of the marriage because she knew her husband wouldn't change after numerous attempts and arguments to get him to do better. Maybe there's truth to that, maybe there's not. After that conversation, a month-long affair began. Smacked away. Right then and there, he's like, okay, no problem. Well, marriage is over anyway. No. They met up a few times throughout the week and were good at not getting caught until one Tuesday afternoon changed that. Apparently, Bree's husband was supposed to work a double shift that day, but ended up coming home early and caught them together. It's always when the guy comes home early. Notice he now has a job, and he's working a double shift. So it sounds to me like he's now making the effort. She doesn't care. She's done with him. Bree's husband flipped out, rightly so, and punched Wayne right in the nose, leaving him a bloody mess. I don't blame the husband. Wayne said that moment brought him back to reality. Luckily, the husband let him leave on his own 2 feet and not in a stretcher to the hospital or the morgue. Yep. It's been a few days since that all took place, and I can tell he feels bad about what he did. I even heard him cursing when he's alone a few times. I feel bad for him only a little bit, but that punch was well deserved, and he's lucky that's all he got. I'm disappointed in him for going against his word and allowing himself to get wrapped up in something that could have cost him his life. It could have cost him his life. The husband could have gone to the closet if he had a weapon. And, shit, anything could be a weapon. And he could be paralyzed or dead. Here's something I want my fellow male subscribers to remember. If a woman is not getting it or getting enough of something in her relationship, she will look for it elsewhere. Ding, ding, ding. I've been saying that for a while, gentlemen. She either will leave you to find or keep you around and find someone who can give her what you are not giving her. Shout out to my mom for telling me that when I was starting high school. Your mom told you that in high school? Wow. See, on occasion, women can have nuggets of actual wisdom they can pass to guys. Women understand women, but they will tell guys bullshit because for their various reasons, which I've covered in this channel. I did tell Wayne that he's very lucky and to never in his fucking life ever let something like that happen again. His mother says something similar but much nicer. Here's what she said to him. And it's not verbatim, but it's the gist of what she said. His mother said to him, don't beat yourself over it because her husband did that for you. Mistakes happen. You just can't let it ever happen again. Remember, women are very conniving, they're very sneaky, and they're very promiscuous, so always pay attention because some women do certain things to hurt people, and some do it because they hurt themselves. He says, thank you, SSM, for taking the time to read my cousin's story. I hope this story helps the fellows listening and will make them think twice before laying with another man's girl or wife, because you may not be as lucky as Wayne was. Have a blessed day and be safe. Well, I appreciate you writing that in, guys, and this backs this up. So the wife just should have ended it with him if she was that unhappy, and then could hook up and fool around. Nope. And I'm convinced that, yeah, she sounds like she was serious about divorcing that guy. At least that's what she was coming across as. But she wanted to punish him. She wanted to punish him for not having that job, not working fast enough and hard enough to get that job, sitting around feeling sorry for himself, playing video games, screwing around like that. Now, this is her side of the story, of course. But regardless, Wayne wasted no time getting on that horse the second, we're getting divorced anyway. Nope. And it's likely she never meant to divorce the guy. Who knows? But anyway, guys, the theme of this whole video here is the crap that women will pull, and they don't care who they hurt, who they use, and that type of stuff if their needs aren't being met or they feel like they're owed something. Whether it be the single MOM gold digger in the first story here who's trying to... She didn't care the guy was married. She didn't care he had kids. She was pursuing him until he made it clear, I'll make a lot of money. And she's gone. And then she has a hissy fit when he tells her, actually, I do make a decent living and blah, 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 and calling her in a crap. And the second one, obviously about the cheating. So be careful. Your relationship, guys, you must be careful. Keep your eyes open. And this is why you take a while to screen a girl before you get into a serious relationship with her. This is why you definitely take a long time if you marry her. And why these videos are very important that every guy should watch and have this knowledge, at least the basics, to protect him. So there you go. So I appreciate you guys sending in these stories. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you got a great story to share, definitely email me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. That also includes a question you may have about a situation or scenario you're going through. Send it my way. And if it works, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.